Karma, I feel like the Varus lane could do pretty well into this. Like, T1 are like, okay. They're just going to blind the Varus top. That's how confident they are in this.
Varus is giga broken. I feel like part of the reason why we don't see it scooped up here as first pick is, just to be honest, I feel like Rich isn't one of those guys. He is smiling, which doesn't always happen, but when he is,
Speaking of flexes.
Is this bot lane
for the Skarner Ezreal incoming? Keria, what are we cooking? Like, what are
No,
we
don't
cooking?
be fooled. He's playing Skarner support. Tom Kench.
Tom Kench Ezreal. That and Andil was almost able to set up some picks on the Pays as they're winning the lane. They're winning the lane, all this.
Yeah, gonna get knocked up here. Andil has to flash away. I mean, they get level 2 first, which is interesting to say the least. Pays is like, oh, you want to trade? Let's go. I have lethal tempo. And here we go. Once again, the engage comes in from Keria. But guess who's bottom lane? It is the jungler of KRX. They're looking for the kill on a lazy field, but Willer gonna pick up 1 and make it 2. As level 3, Willer gets down there and saves the day.
See what he is able to do here to Doran as well. Doran still has his exhaust. The ward.
I mean, the Jax at least has good setup with the counter-strike because he gets in melee range. The exhaust does come out. I think Doran's too far away from everything, just dies as Willer says, you know what, I will just put the team on my back.
Rich all-ins on me. I have exhaust. It's fine, but did not calculate Willer, which has kind of been the story of this game. Again, a third time. Did not calculate for Willer. He doesn't have flash anymore, but doesn't need it.
Yeah, he was just top. I mean, they're not expecting Willer to be going crazy solo queue gank level, of course, as well. Here's Owner in the bottom lane, and Lazyfield will die. 2 Pays.
There for the Varus. Rich is forced to back here. We'll lose some of that wave as Yukao.
Yeah, kind of baiting Owner in here as Willer was waiting for it. The flash comes out.
Action game here. Obviously, a lot of advantages picked up for Lisa. His flash!
Yeah, I mean, he has flash, so if you're in flash range, you're going to die. Faker did not respect that. No flash on the Annie now, I suppose, is what he'll post. Is now a 2v2 in the jungle. Willer is quite strong. Doran trying to get the kill on Andil, but he's just going to flash away and get out of that one as we hop to Pays, who's just running. And Willer gets in, picks up another kill, make it number 4. Keria is here as well. We got a TP in from Faker. And Faker is going to have to flash over the wall. This Mounter W comes in, but no follow-up there from Team DRX.
Can't do that much damage yet.
Speaking of, he is still a Varus, and under the turret, Willer is going to make their lives just a living hell.
Pattern, obviously, still has to deal with Varus things. And I don't have the answer.
Where did Keria come from?
Probably just hiding either in the tri-brush or in the river, and it was not respected. Maybe Lazyfield saw him backing and thought he completed it, but he didn't. As Doran has friend this time, just one. Keria is coming up, though.
Doran has friend. We'll see if it works out. As the Impale is going to come through, and the aggro was taken by Willer. A giant shutdown. 819 gold does go over to Owner. As they're looking for more, it's Skarner and Tom Kench together. And, yeah, not going to continue on that adventure.
Really great gravity field placement here. Yukao's going to challenge, though.
And it's going to kind of run through. As the Annie is quite fast, and eventually Keria does come over here, though, as a bit of damage comes in, but the heal is there. The flash lick, and Yukao still on the run. So another lick is going to hit. A couple more autos and one lick could get it done, but under the turret, I think Keria is going to have to give up on now this adventure. As he throws up an emote and says, I'm having a really happy game.
Willer goes up there, and the bottom lane goes a little bit pear-shaped, but instead it's kind of been Pays and Keria got a lane lead, but kind of messed it up as, okay, just did a tricky thing.
The Annie and the Lee Sin is the bigger issue.
Yeah. Owner, yeah.
Now, just going to flash on in, just doing Skarner things. Nicely done. And once again, you know, in game 1 it was Rich. Game 2 here it seems to be Lazy Feel. They find the weakest target and they just repeatedly gank him. It was just kind of unpunishable.
Yeah. Keria here trying to find an angle to challenge this dragon, but Owner doesn't have flash. And I think they're just going to have to let this one go. Lazy Feel clears the wave, and there's no cross map here now for T1. So double dragon here for KRX. Unfortunately for them, again, not the highest roll. It could have been on Soul.
Yeah.
No ult for Doran.
Exhaust does come through, and another counter-strike. Flash forward from Rich. He gets the solo kill.
How T1 gets back in this game, if they do. And it's going to start with a bit of a contest here.
Yeah, I mean, TP available, and now we got the flank coming in from Rich. The follow-up is there, but it's on to a Tom Kent. Now they're going to have to set their sights on an Owner who is going to have everything thrown into him. But eventually the Devour comes through as Keria comes back in. The shield is there, but Keria just essentially trading his life for Owners. Out that way. It's now up 3,000 gold looking for Faker as the flash comes in. Willer kind of flashing ahead of the play, and he just has so much damage as there you go. UCal eventually does have to flash to get the kill.
All right, and Lazy Feel has ult, so he might be able to clear this wave. He's going to have to be very careful about how he does it.
Yeah, I mean, Owner's definitely going to go in for this one. The exhaust taken here by FaZe in this game, and it's going to come to great effect as they're able to dive as 3 on a little journey themselves. But KRX are on the chase. They do have Rich going over the wall. I mean, this Jax is just too powerful. They don't have the damage to cut through them. As the CC's there on Owner, FaZe trying to do his best to take out Ondil. Gets over to Keria, as now we have the Varus coming in, as they are really trying their best to skirmish from behind and still win. As Willer's gonna go in, look for a bit more on a Doran. As another Sonic Wave gonna land, and eventually with the stun coming in, the Lee Sin can comfortably go down in that weird skirmish that you opted into. As now they're looking for Faker once again. Sonic Wave into the kick, and the follow-up is easy. Siani's got flash. I'm gonna hold that thought as KRX trying to go for a T1 Baron.
Faker coming up.
And I mean, they are very far ahead as Rich does have the flank here, but the Impale goes in onto UCal, and he's just gonna die for free as the trade is there for Owner at least. Doran does have to flash away as Lazy Feel is getting some value out of that one. Keria trying to go 1v1 versus Rich is not going to win that trade. And you see that T1 do have to back off, but they do stop the Baron at least when you consider Skarner's kit. But, you know, it's going to be difficult to stop him with just a kick, but a little bit easier because Owner's on the blue side. Just trying to go in the front door as Rich goes in, straight into the back line, flashes away, but the kill's already there. As everybody gets stunned by UCal in the bush, and the follow-up from Rich is beautiful as well, as at least the Devour comes in. Some low health bars here on the side of KRX as T1 barely hanging on, but still a very good fight here for KRX.
This lead has moved up to 8K. All right.
Thanks, Wolf. At this point, you know, maybe that's what we need in this game number 2. It's just a little bit of...
Yeah, it's no longer like poke, it's just brute force almost, late game Ezreal.
Owner's just going to go ahead and face check, looking for the Hail Mary there. Not going to quite hit it, but the root goes in on a Rich. He goes golden at exactly the right time, otherwise could have been in a bit of trouble. And, you know, this is the other part of it is that, you know, some of our better teams, you consider like Gen G or T1, HLE, they get a lead, they know how to end it. KRX still somehow, I mean, I guess they're just waiting for the Elder to spawn, and, you know, they don't have the greatest siege as you mentioned, but it is a bit like pulling teeth as FaZe is the main character. They're trying to take him out as just going to go over the wall is Keria following there with the wave, and I think eventually, you know, that hope, that 1% chance that T1 gets back in this one is immediately stamped out. KRX are going to get a kill on both the bottom laners. Rich still hanging around.
I don't think you need to kill Elder to win this one if you just push right now. They've got 2 waves to push in. Owner, no flash. We'll get away because he is Skarner. I think you just take this out. GG.
Yeah, they don't quite have the wave clear even with the Varus as the stun goes in onto Rich, but eventually they just kill the Skarner. They're like, yeah, cool stun there, Owner. As it's not going to be enough, KRX will clean up here as they get 27 kills in a 31-minute game to take out T1 and bring us to a third.